Let's go ahead and talk about the Ethereum Merge, because of course that will dictate how everybody's feeling surrounding purchasing more GPUs for mining. During the late hours of Wednesday, the Ethereum network successfully underwent its final dress rehearsal. The network's third public testnet, Goerli, finally made its transition from proof-of-work consensus mechanism to proof-of-stake. Testnets, on their part, offer developers a test environment to try new updates and changes to a blockchain network. So now, with Ropsten, Sepolia, and Goerli trial merge already completed successfully, Ethereum is on the verge of executing the actual merge on its mainnet. Now, according to the recent announcement, Ethereum's merge is tentatively expected to be between September 15th and 16th of 2022. However, the estimated date could extend to the 20th of September or later. Post the merge, Ethereum activity will be moved over to the Beacon chain, and the same will mark the beginning of a new era where Ethereum will leave behind one consensus mechanism and begin with another. What to expect? The proof of work to proof of stake change is set to alter quite a few fundamentals. For starters, the network is set to become even more efficient for high-powered computers connected to the network to validate transactions are on their way out. And that's not necessarily true, because you will have maybe not high-powered computing, but you will definitely have, I suppose, virtual private server computing going on, which will basically be like going from mining on GPUs to mining on CPUs, if we're kind of talking about the type of hardware that's being used, right? So it'll be a little bit more memory intensive. It'll definitely be still the same as far as hard drive space. Actually, it'll be more for hard drive space, because the nodes will have to sync up for you to actually have a full stake, right? Alongside, miners will be eliminated from Ethereum's equation. Instead, validators will start confirming transactions in full-fledged. An Ethereum network validator, as such, connotes to any entity that has staked a minimum of 32 ETH on the Beacon chain. With time, the amount of staked ETH has been consistently rising. This essentially comes with a drawback. More staking would translate to reduced yields, since more people will receive the block subsidies. Resultantly, each depositor will likely receive a much lesser percentage of the rewards. On the macro frame, as outlined in a recent article, the APR is already on a downtrend. While a few analysts suggest that things might improve after the merge, most others contend that the number will only get lower. And so what does this mean? It means that you are compensating the validators, or the people that are providing security to the chain, less and less. So you are incentivized by nature to sell when the price of the coin goes up, because that is your biggest sell point. Kind of has a reverse incentive mechanism for, of course, your security, which is a little silly, especially when we're talking about the digital age. If that's the case, depositors will lose the incentive to keep their tokens locked. Yep. So if they withdraw and dump Ethereum tokens in mass, the network security will be threatened. Thank you for pointing that out, Watcher. I am super happy that this is getting called out, because I felt like for the longest time I was the only one saying it. ETH price might also bear the repercussions of the same. Now that the merge and network transition is almost here, it is quite essential to mind the terminology. As chalked out in an earlier article, Ethereum developers had chosen to bury the Ethereum 2.0 phrase. Oh my goodness. Guys, it only took like 3 years for everybody to catch up to the real news surrounding Ethereum. Wow, Watcher, you guys are killing it today. I love it. Oh my goodness. Oh, it feels so good. I don't even have to sit here and keep coming back to camera and be like, oh, let me correct this real quick. So, it was replaced with something even more inclusive and technical at the beginning of this year. Via a blog post, the foundation announced it would start following the steps of its developers and start referring to ETH2 as the consensus layer. The rebrand, as such, reflects the fact that what's been called Ethereum 2.0 is more of a network upgrade rather than a whole network. a whole new network. The other thing about it too is that they are removing pieces of Ethereum 2.0. One of the problems we had with an article earlier this week was that they were still talking about sharding. Sharding is kind of being done away with. There is this grand illusion of something called dink sharding for scalability way down the line. But right now, scalability has been put onto essentially your side chains and your layer 2 solutions, and will be utilizing something called ZK rollups for that portion of scalability. And I think that's really important to point out, because that does end up actually introducing some more security issues to Ethereum. So not only do we have the security issues surrounding, of course, the incentive structure for maintaining security through validation, moving to proof of stake, thereby changing the incentive to actually hold the ETH or provide security to sell the ETH, which is the very thing that provides the security. But we also have the issue of now basically scalability being done on layer 2 and side chains. Why is this a problem? Well, all you have to do is look back just a little bit and see all of the issues with bridge security, right? So if we're having all of the scalability being done on layer 2 or with side chains being kind of the big one here, that need to essentially bridge themselves over constantly to Ethereum, you end up with all of those points of scalability being attack vectors on Ethereum, okay? And this means that pretty much without a shadow of a doubt, beyond a shadow of a doubt from my perspective, Ethereum, once they go to proof of stake and the merge happens, will be a lot less secure. There are too many attack vectors and it doesn't look safe. What does that mean though? Like, if I'm looking at it right now, am I selling my Ethereum? Not financial advice, but me personally, not selling my Ethereum, because obviously we're going to have that rise running up to the merge. So it's definitely one of those things where you kind of buy the rumor or mine the rumor and then, sell the news once the merge is successful or looks to be successful really soon. Personally, I'll be selling probably right before the merge happens, because I do see these attack vectors happening on Ethereum. I do see a decrease in the security on the network as a whole and the potential for lots of issues surrounding it. So that's how I feel about it. I'd like to hear your thoughts and opinions. Thanks for checking out this clip from the Crypto Mining Show. You can check out the full episode here or more crypto content down here. Also, I'd like you to check out my locals page at sonofatech.locals.com, where you can become a member for free or choose to be a $5 a month supporter that unlocks additional content.